Welcome back, Shop Rats. Today we're back on the BMW. Well, no, I'm not, but my son, Joe, is once again volunteered some video for the channel, and I think it's great. He's covered some really good stuff, and well, let's just get into it. I'm Mike.
This is My Cars Shop.
I'm really thrilled that Joe is sharing these segments of this project that he's working on with us. It's really good information, especially if you own a BMW. So today he is going through how to fit the rear valance after installing a trailer hitch on his car. And then after that, we're going to get into a little bit about the water pump on his car and what to look for. Well, it's all his information to share. It's always great to me when he sends some stuff like this that I can pass along to you guys. I really enjoy the variety on the channel like this, and it's just good information to have. So let's get into it.
All right, so we're midway through installing a trailer hitch on the X3, and you can see I forgot to film initially, but the bumper cover is off now. There were a couple of screws here underneath this this black trim piece here, and then a couple of screws behind the inner wheel well here. Took those out. They were 8mm, and then a couple underneath as well, so I'll have to put back in. So I took off the stock crash bumper here, and the hitch goes in place of that. We're going to tighten down these bolts to 80 foot-pounds. You can see here it's not crazy amount of towing capacity, but you know, enough for a U-Haul. So, and then once I get those torqued down, the next step is going to be to actually trim the bumper fascia to be able to have that thing fit. So stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, and this is, if any of you know what the heck this is, this vacuum hose fell off, but apparently BMWs come with cutouts from the vacuum driven cutouts from the factory. There's a little valve in there. It's not throwing any codes. It's obviously disconnected, so I'm not gonna bother trying to fix that, but typical German overcomplication, and I'm curious what that would be for. Apart from maybe like maybe when it's cold, it would shut it off to help warm up. I don't know. Yeah, let me know if you have thoughts. All right, there it is. Just loosely fitted in there. You can see where those pieces got cut out. So I took my trusty hacksaw here, and you can see where this piece fit in. Just 2 easy cuts out. That leaves room for the hitch to stick through. And my next question is going to be the little black cover that goes on the outside. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep this or not. I'm hoping it'll still fit in there somehow. We'll see. Alright, bumper is bolted back on. Last step is just to see what to do with that little plastic cover here. Well, and put this little piece of rubber strip in there. Maybe give it a bath. Okay, so YouTube says that we can trim this piece to fit in here. For this, I'm opting for tin snips, so I don't have to do so I'll have better looking edges, and hopefully I can do a little bit of a rounded curve here, because this edge is going to be visible. So let's see what happens. Alright, there it is, slightly mangled. The clips underneath here don't quite work anymore because we took away the structural integrity of the piece, but you can see there they are. They're just like little clips that pop up against the plastic, so those don't work too much anymore. I bent them out a little bit to try to get them to hold some. But alright, I was saying I'm going to grab a file and see if I can clean this edge up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Complete. Ready to haul stuff as soon as I buy the receiver.
So there you go. That's how you install that rear fascia. If it's on the rear, is it a fascia? I don't know. Anyway, that rear, balanced rear plastic piece around the trailer hitch after it's been installed. So next up is him looking at the water pump on his car, and I won't say much about that. He'll explain it after you see a couple of segments where he's identifying the water pump. So let's get into that part.
Okay, so I can't see it super well, but this is the stamping on the water pump, and that looks like an 18 to me, which is really good news for me. And I'll also show you the front of the pump here if there are any dates. I don't think there are any dates here. There we go. That I can see. I think that's just part numbers. But from what I've read, that circle thing back there, that is the year of manufacture. So that means it has been replaced already.
Okay, so just a little bit of backstory on this. This is a 2008 BMW X3. This is the N52 engine. They have electric water pumps in them for whatever reason. BMW's preferred that technology. They last, from what I understand, between 80,000 miles up to maybe 150,000 miles if you're really, really lucky. But probably 80 to 100,000 miles on average. I'm at 123 right now, 123,000 miles, and I'm about to do like a 3,000 mile road trip, and so I was concerned that this was going to fail on me in the middle of the trip, because apparently, well, this is an aluminum block engine. Apparently once these water pumps fail, they give very little warning. All of a sudden you got the dash light, and you got like 60 seconds to get off the road. It goes into limp mode and you're dead in the water. And you really don't want to overheat these things, because it'll just destroy the engine. My plan was actually to just buy an extra water pump and a thermostat, which is like about $500, and throw it in for this trip. But just looked it up online and to try to figure out how to determine the year on this pump to see if maybe it's already been replaced. So you can see here, I just dropped this shield down. There's a bunch of 8mm. There we go. A bunch of 8mm bolts, and looked at it. From what I can tell, the date stamp on the water pump is 2018. So that's good news. That means I don't have to spend $500, and I have a little bit more peace of mind.
So there you go. I hope you learned something today. We're pretty crammed in here right now because I haven't had opportunity to get this truck put into the cart trailer. We're going to be doing that as the weather warms up. It's been pretty cold, but it's supposed to warm up again into the 40s in the next couple days. And then we'll be back out here kind of finishing up some of the straightening up we wanted to do and back on the Stitches Challenger. And then we're going to be tearing into the Oakland. But I've got another project that we're going to slip in here and get done. My buddy Matt is going to come out. He's the painter extraordinaire who has done some work for us in the past and worked with me on projects. We haven't hung out together in an eon or six. And he called me a couple weeks ago and said, "Hey, Mike, I really want to come out and just hang out with you for real in the shop one day. Let's get something on the schedule." So I thought about it. I know the perfect project for he and I to work on together because it's a project we've been working off and on together on for a lot of years. So I'm just going to leave that as a teaser. You'll see it because it should be out soon. Well, he should be out soon, and then it will be out after that. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, Joe, so much for donating some video. I really appreciate it. I think it's great information, and I'm glad to share it and get it out there into the world. We will catch you on the next one, and don't forget, because it is very important.